You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Peace. It's Professor Griffin, of course. We got in the building Black Dot.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, author of Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded and the Urban X podcast. We look forward to seeing you January 22nd.
And we're going to kind of lay out the higher infinite power, the hip hop, which is higher infinite power healing our people 2021. It's a Zoom meeting and it's Friday, January 22nd, 2021 at 9 p.m.
Well, I want to deal with the State of the Union in terms of, I want to address this and approach this as if we're presidential candidates breaking down what the new year should be like for hip hop.
We definitely have to talk about this State of the Union. We're definitely going to handle those 9 areas of people activity and how they affect us today in hip hop moving forward.
We're going to identify the open enemy, the hidden enemy, and we're going to address it. And then we're going to deal with solutions on how we, the people, can take back this beautiful gift that the ancestors bestowed on us called hip hop.
We only have 100 virtual seats available, fam. So make sure you go to www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp in order to purchase the ticket. Higher Infinite Power Reset. Hip Hop State of the Union 2021, Friday, January 22nd, 2021 at 9 p.m.
This is the Black Dot, author of Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded and the Urban X podcast. We look forward to seeing you January 22nd.
This is Professor Griff for Serious Minds RNTV, Serious Minds Institute, and Serious Arms. Peace.
The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
All right. Peace. Greetings. All right, greetings, family. All right, we on deck. All right. Greetings. How's everyone doing? It's Professor Griff, and of course, you'll already know. This is Serious Minds RNTV. I'm not going to assume that you already know. You should already know. I'm not sure if you know. Serious Minds RNTV. Let me turn my chair around. All right. So we're going to dive into this. We're going to dive into it real quick. This is going to be a real quick hour, fam, because I asked the people to send me some stuff that they want me to talk about, and the things that I was being sent was just too far to the left. I was like, no. So I decided to view what's going on as a result of what happened in Washington, D.C. last Wednesday. I decided to look at it through a different lens. And hopefully, y'all don't beat me up for it, but I decided to look at it through a different lens. And the lens that I decided to look at it through was Donald J. Trump condemning racism over 38 to 40 times. Different situations. All right. So I decided, well, let's lay it out and let's see. He said he condemns racism, white supremacy. When is that? When is that phrase? When did that enter into the lexicon of how white people talk? Racism, white supremacy. You said you what?
I've never heard them say that.
You never heard them say that? Yeah, if you watch the news, they've been saying it. Yeah. So we have some black people that are really with Trump because they're taking the side of Trump simply because Trump is fighting the deep state. I take it. Peace, Quan. What's good with you? Shout out to the Serious Minds family. So I wanted to kind of just, kind of dive into it and see what y'all think. All right. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Share my screen. And let's go.
Okay. You start off with white supremacy. I denounce it.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
Are you
I'm willing
prepared
to do that.
specifically?
I totally disavow the Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow David Duke. Any group of hate, I am, whether it's white supremacy, whether it's any other kind of supremacy, whether it's Antifa, whether it's any group of hate, I am very concerned about it, and I'll do something about it. In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. These sinister ideologies must be defeated. Hate has no place in America. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. Racism is evil. And those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. I didn't even know he endorsed me. David Duke endorsed me? Okay. All right. I disavow. Okay.
What about David Duke is saying to his supporters and followers, vote for Donald Trump. White supremacists are saying, vote. Do you want those votes?
No, I don't want them, and I don't want him to say it.
Let me ask you about this one.
Are you ready before you ask the question?
Newt Gingrich said every Republican should repudiate this guy no matter what it takes.
And I do. Rebuked. Is that okay? Rebuked.
Rebuked.
Done. When Chris joined, we had a news conference, and they asked me the exact same question. I said, I disavow. I put out a tweet, and I put out on Facebook that I totally disavow. And I disavowed then. I disavowed today on ABC with George Stephanopoulos. I disavowed again. I mean, how many times are you supposed to disavow? But I disavow.
Secondly, David Duke and all were disavowed. I disavowed him on Friday. I disavowed him on Twitter and Facebook. They were disavowed again. I disavowed him every time I speak to somebody virtually. It was totally disavowed.
So are you prepared right now to make a clear and unequivocal statement renouncing the support of all white supremacists?
Of course I am. Of course I am. I mean, there's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
David Duke is a bad person who I disavowed on numerous occasions over the years. I disavowed him. I disavowed the KKK. Just to put it clear, I disavowed him in the past, and I disavow him now.
What do you see as the biggest problem with the Reform Party right now?
Well, you've got David Duke just joined, a bigot, a racist,
a problem. I mean, this is not exactly the people you want in your party.
And I disavowed David Duke, and I disavowed him the day before at a major news conference, but I disavowed David Duke. Now, if you look on Facebook, right after that, I also disavowed David Duke. When we looked at it and looked at the question, I disavowed David Duke. So I've disavowed David Duke all weekend long on Facebook, on Twitter, and obviously it's never enough.
How do you feel about the David Duke quasi-endorsement?
I don't need anybody's endorsement.
I'm not looking for... Would you repudiate David Duke?
Sure. How many times do I have to reject? I've rejected David Duke. I've rejected the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. From the time I'm 5 years old, I rejected them.
David Duke and robocalls are out again, the white supremacist movement supporting you. Do you have any words for that?
Well, I disavow the Ku Klux Klan, which obviously I'm going to disavow.
Do you want white supremacists to vote for you?
No, I don't at all. Not at all. And I will tell you, this is not about hate. This is about love.
I have to say, I've said it many times, and let me be clear again. I condemn the KKK. I condemn all white supremacists. I condemn the Proud Boys.
I spoke out forcefully against hatred, bigotry, and violence, and strongly condemned the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, and the KKK. So here is my first statement. When I heard about Charlottesville, we're closely following the terrible events unfolding in Charlottesville, Virginia. This is me speaking. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence. It has no place in America.
All right, family. You've heard it from Donald J. Trump for president, man. You heard it from Donald J. Right. So I just want to hear from you now. Is he sincere? Did his actions follow up with this? Talk to me, family. Hand me the other pillow, man. Come on, fam. The 10 square miles of Washington under military occupation. Thanks, Jeff. So you, Janice Davis, you said he's not sincere. The last, what did Donald Trump, the last speech he just made, the last press conference, rather. You didn't think he was sincere about that? He basically told them, let me find his speech because I don't want to speak for him. All right,
President Trump has responded. He has just released a video. This is a White House video from the Oval Office. This was not in the pool. There were not reporters in the room. This is a White House video, but it is in response to the impeachment vote, and we want to play it for you on Special Report.
My fellow Americans, I want to speak to you tonight about the troubling events of the past week. As I have said, the incursion of the U.S. Capitol struck at the very heart of our republic. It angered and appalled millions of Americans across the political spectrum. I want to be very clear. I unequivocally condemn the violence that we saw last week. Violence and vandalism have absolutely no place in our country and no place in our movement. Making America great again has always been about defending the rule of law, supporting the men and women of law enforcement, and upholding our nation's most sacred traditions and values. Mob violence goes against everything I believe in and everything our movement stands for. No true supporter of mine could ever endorse political violence. No true supporter of mine could ever disrespect law enforcement or our great American flag. No true supporter of mine could ever threaten or harass their fellow Americans. If you do any of these things, you are not supporting our movement. You are attacking it, and you are attacking our country. We cannot tolerate it. Tragically, over the course of the past year, made so difficult because of COVID-19, we have seen political violence spiral out of control. We have seen too many riots, too many mobs, too many acts of intimidation and destruction. It must stop.
Was that written for Donald Trump? Is that sincere? Is that, Eliezer Ocasio Griff? Even if it was sincere, the media is gonna ignore it and call him a racist. Okay. So how many times does he have to condemn racism and white supremacy unless they're never going to believe him? How many times? Oh, it was definitely written? Okay. Someone said it was definitely written for him. Do you think his senior White House staffers are kind of huddling around him saying, listen, this is what you kind of have to do? You think that's the case? I don't know, Coco. You said it sounds, Coco Oshun. Sounds like he knows more about who was sent there. And maybe they were infiltrated. Okay. But there's a lot of different conspiracies floating around about who the individuals were and whether it was planned. How was it planned? Who knew? Did White House staff know? Did the Capitol Police know? And that's the question that I want to kind of pose. Did the Capitol Police know? Did they aid and abet? And if that's the case, what should be the penalty? All right. Are the same people that Donald Trump said he disavowed, are these the same people that showed up? Because what is it that you're hearing, or what is it that they're hearing that we're not hearing? Unless it's the proverbial dog whistle that he's blowing. Yes, no, maybe. Didi, you really think he should get the firing squad? Oh, he also said he loved them, he cared about them, and he was with them. Yeah, that's kind of hard to shake, man. Regardless of what kind of speech your staff put together for you, it's hard to shake the speech you made before that one. Yeah. Well, that sounded like a direct order, man. Meet me down there. We're going to walk in. We're going to do this, that, and the other. Wow. It says, hold on. Let me put this up here so I can see what you guys talking about. Enemies public. All this is too little, too late. Someone says too little, too late. He should have had that speech while they were, smashing in windows and people were losing their lives. Child of Ogun, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by and stand back or stand by. Stand by for what? Was it stand by for this? How else do they get their marching orders? What are the sites that they communicate on? Definitely scripted. Social media pages that this is being planned. This is exactly how they foiled the kidnapping of Michigan State governor. Okay. They was able to save the Michigan State governor from a kidnapping by putting the information out, and they got a hold of the information. You said the site is Telegram? That's the site that they're using? Okay. Or Reddit? Someone said Telegram, someone said Reddit. They're going to write those that were killed off as collateral damage? Damn. Hold on, fam. That's interesting. That they're going to write them off as collateral damage. Yeah, it's very interesting. I say, since I'm looking at it through a different lens tonight, Coco Oshun says, how ironic that this alert is being sent out and this just happened. Well, let me look at it from through another lens. Not the conspiratorial. Hold on, let me shut my door. Oh. Let me look at it through another lens. And you may not, share the same kind of thinking that I do. I'm just throwing it out there for conversation's sake. If it was planned, does the plan go back? Does the plan go back further than just the other day, last week? Does the plan go back so far that it includes NFAC? Just me thinking. That if we look at an event like what happened at last Wednesday, and then we look at everything before that was put in place, could it be possible? I'm just putting my chess hat on. I'm playing chess instead of checkers right now. All right? Is it possible? Is it possible? Hold on. Let me see. Let me hide this. Is it possible that it goes back even further than that? Let's roll it back during 2016 elections. Were these same forces that are acting up and acting out right now, were they in place then? Were they laying dormant then? Who are they taking their orders from then? Come on. There hasn't been more censored, publicized event since JFK assassination, among others. Mac Q90, I beg to differ with that because they ran 9/11 down our throats, man. Seriously, they did. They ran 9/11 down our throats. So, Quan, all Trump did was expose America for what it truly is, and has always been. Wow. 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 Now, this is interesting. I got to sit down on this one. Give me my camera back. Rachel says when Miriam Carey made a wrong turn in D.C. back in 2014, she was shot dead with extreme prejudice by D.C.'s finest. A professional actor named Jake Angeli dressed up in his Jamiroquai costume, pretended to be MAGA, and just turned into the Capitol building with his also subtle "Q sent me" sign, and simply posed for a press photo on the House floor and Speaker's chair. But this is what the media will focus on. Angeli's neat little false flag to discredit, the million Trump supporters who turned, and I can't read the rest. But I remember when that sister drove her car and made the wrong turn. They was coming up with all kind of conspiracy theories that she was bringing Barack Obama's child to him, I think, or something, or his illegitimate child. It was just all kind of stuff going on, man. All kind of stuff. Yes, they have been dominant in other government agencies' support based on government reports in the Bush years. Reason why black should not be cops. Okay. Some say blacks should be cops so we can have some people on the inside, kind of, for the reasons we need them on the inside. No? John Taylor said, Trump was taught the real America by his father's businesses and trust laws. Wow. How did Richard Spencer have a big part in this? Help me out, J. Will, 36. Help me out. I'm just curious, man. How did Richard Spencer play in this? Who were some of the key players, though? Because, I don't know, someone sent me a message about one of the Proud Boys, the leader of the Proud Boys, getting shot in the hospital or in jail. I'm not sure. I don't know what's truth nowadays because there's so much stuff out there. Someone said Trump did not expose Shilsnit. He was part of it and benefited from it. Derek Rose said, I agree. We should have more black cops so we can even the playing field. Hannibal. We're not asking the right questions. Who benefits from the chaos? Okay. Who had the ability to pull this theater, this coup off? Well, Hannibal, who does? Deep fake? Is that being used right now? Deep state using deep fake? What? Someone said deep state orchestrated it all. They were the ones that are in the position to move different players around. They're in the position to tell the Capitol Police to stand down. They're in a position for the radicalized ones to work that day. Sunny days, much love and blessings. Ashe, give thanks. Sunny days. Trump was never on the outside of anything dealing with Wall Street or government. Wow. Deep state runs the media. Okay. Who may be facing charges? Coco. So you say who has Nancy Pelosi's laptop? Oh, I'm sorry, sis. I'm looking at two different screens. Well, really three different screens. Okay. But my thing is, if they didn't take it serious, which it almost seems like they never take white threats serious, well, it sure didn't take this one serious. White people were able to come in and do what they did. So you think Nancy Pelosi's going down? Why is that? All right, we're going to take a break, and I'll be right back, fam. Yeah.
I woke up on Sunday morning, the day of the Lord, and I was dead. I was still there physically, but the essence of my positive mentality was gone. Someone had taken it away from me during the blackness of the night while I journeyed through the chronicles of my life to find meaning and substance. I talked with my mom earlier. She said she lost her night job at the law firm. What do you suppose that we do about the economic crisis of the black community? I stood there pointing at the thief, trying to comprehend the crime that had taken place. I was pissed at white folks for bringing us into this mess called America.
This time around, the revolution will not be televised. Step. Washington, D.C., consider yourselves warned.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
All right, we're back. Somebody said Strong Island is in the building. Strong Island is always in the building. All right. Yeah, those are just the commercials I'm playing over here on YouTube. Y'all need to come on over and check this out. But in any event, I know someone already told me. They sent me a text message, said, clean up your studio, Griff. I will. I got stuff all over the place because I'm doing a few things. Soleil was great on wellness tonight. Oh, okay. Well, she's upstairs. We down here in the dungeon making it happen. All right. All right. I am who I am. I have so much info about what's going on in this world from the book called Secret Cult, Part 2. It really makes you look at everything. All right, send me a link to that book. All right. Somebody said lies and deception every single day. If that's the case, is this the government that we're presently under? Until there's a, until there's a new one that comes, we're gonna have to deal with this one. Am I right or wrong? How many laptops did they steal? And can I mention something without getting the channel strikes on the channel? I'm not going to say no one has talked about it because I hate that phrase when people say it. How come we didn't talk about the bombs that they found? That puts a whole new different twist and spin on things. Am I right or wrong? What happened to the bombs? Bubbling over you was good. What happened to the bombs, fam? A whole truck full of weapons and bombs is what they found. No news about that? Nope, you can't track the license plate, fingerprints. Can't get the forensic. Y'all are killing me. The test has something on passing blood-brain barriers. Wearing masks for 3 or 4 months will create the bacteria infection going to the brain. PCR test is designed to be amplified. Well, just real quick, since Johnny Taylor sent me that, what I do with my masks is take them off, wash them, hang them up. When I take them down, some air drying, I should be putting them in the dryer so the heat can get to them. I spray mine with colloidal silver. All right. I spray mine with colloidal silver. But that's another conversation. So now, the teacher is from Cleveland. Okay. They arrested the guy who's from Alabama. Okay. So they are making some arrests. All right. For what I'm seeing. I don't know the degree of arrests, like whether they're holding these people, keeping them in jail till after the 20th with no bond or whatever. I'm trying to figure this out. Monica, mark which word you want me to mark. Help me out. Let me pause and say this. Shout out to the brothers and sisters that showed up to the Serious Cipher. It's about to get real serious. In the Serious Cipher, we need to go a whole lot deeper than what we can go into some of these subjects. You understand what I'm saying? All right. It says like starting your car in the garage, it'll gradually kill you. Damn. Some made bond with ankle brace monitors. Wow, bubbling, Lynn, bubbling under you, over you. Damn. If it was black people, they'd make you sit in jail till after the inauguration and keep you on lockdown. Alphabet Boys War Games. Wow. The Alphabet Boys War Games. is what this is. So can I ask Serious Minds listeners and family a question? Is this white on white crime? And should we get in the middle of it? Answer that question for me. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come right back.
The dapper man and the luxurious lady are sure to enjoy Urbane Beard Blends. We've got manly body balms, luxurious body creams, and beard oils made of the highest quality ingredients that are 100% natural, earth-friendly, and contain no harsh chemicals or additives. They're handcrafted and organic and shipped straight out of the USA. So visit www.urbanebeardblends, beardblends.com today to place your order.
Kicked Out of Heaven, the untold history of the white races from circa 700 to 1700 AD, Volume 1, is the only masterpiece of its kind. Learn everything there is to know about the world today, as there was no Dark Ages between the medieval times and now. Visit kickedoutofheaven.com.
Kicked Out of Heaven, the untold history of the white races from circa 700 to 1700 AD. Volume 2 is the strongest book on the occult in the 21st century. Learn everything there is to know about magic, witches and werewolves. Just remember, you become what you conquer. Visit www.kickedoutofheaven.com.
All right, some people say we should stay out of it. It's not our fight. All right. I had a phone call today, and someone says, yeah, there's some black groups planning to go down to some of the capitals in different cities. My question is why? 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 All right. So someone said if they send text graph, if they do this to whites, what you think they are going to do to us with our gun clubs, etc.? You know, Griff, they was on you in 24 hours after the Texas shooting. Wow, sis, right. Within 24 hours, they have me and Micah Johnson picture posted, circulating. Yeah. 24 hours. Got confronted in New York by a black woman, undercover cop. Talking about between you and I just want to know, did you train Micah Johnson? I said, what that COINTELPRO though? But what about that COINTELPRO? Wow. Wow. Yeah, it is ridiculous. Beautiful black skin. For them to even go to these capitals, get themselves and inject themselves into the fray. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all. Yeah, Mimi. We not riding with any black folks going anywhere doing nothing. John Taylor, they don't know nothing about that. It's a very real situation, a very critical time that we're living in, fam. I simply was telling people, look, stay home. Next Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday, stay home. Coco Oshun, what is the ritual? What is the ritual that's being performed right now? Someone said this is the purge. Someone said it may not be white on white violence, but it's the purge. Is this the... Oh, damn, hold on. The world needs peace.
Security has played the dominant role.
What we're seeing in Washington, D.C., is this the purge? Wow.
For a lot of people over the last couple of months, so it's only fitting that a lot of demonstrators are out there tonight expressing themselves once more, not just at the ballot box. And Eric, we mentioned a minute ago that you saw some people yelling at police officers down there. What's the deal with that?
Do people have the right to express themselves any way they want to, and it's covered under the Constitution? Do you have the right to bring bats and throw fire extinguishers and smash windows and it's still covered? Do you have the right as a president to make outlandish statements and invite people to come down and inflict violence and commit violent acts? Is that covered under the free speech? People in the comments planning to go and stand in the middle. Let us know how that goes. Yeah, if y'all plan on going to stand in the middle of that, hit us back and let us know how that worked out for you. Let us know how that worked out. All right? Someone said it's not our fight. Syntex Graph said this is the fourth right in effect. Frida Jackson said if the protesters become violent, they are breaking the law and they should be arrested. But Frida Jackson, what if they're white? Question, fam. How can people break in, smash windows, steal stuff, hit people upside the head with fire extinguishers, and the police allow them to go home? Answer the question for me, please. Malcolm X said it best, chickens are coming home to roost. Yeah, we're going to sit this one out. I keep hearing and seeing comments about this being an inside job. Come on, talk to me. Someone sent me a message to my phone, Quan, and said, since that this is the District of Columbia, they fall under different rules and regulations and different laws. That's why they weren't arrested. Wow. Yeah, they were arrested, 52 of them, but not that day. You didn't see them getting dragged to the ground and beat up and stomped and kicked like they would us. So yeah, I don't know how true that is, but do they fall under a different jurisdiction? Do they fall under different laws? Do they fall under maritime admiralty law? Talk to me. Or everyone that know the law out there. Come on now. So if they fell up under a different law and they didn't get arrested, like, okay. Regardless, if you fall under maritime admiralty law and you kill someone, that's still murder. I mean, they were going ham at the Capitol, man. One last break, fam, and I'll be right back with the conclusion, all right? Peace. It's Professor Griffin, of course. We got in the building, Black Dot.
Peace, this is the Black Dot, author of Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded and the Urban X Podcast. We look forward to seeing you January 22nd.
And we're going to kind of lay out the higher infinite power, the hip hop, which is higher infinite power healing our people 2021. It's a Zoom meeting and it's Friday, January 22nd, 2021 at 9 p.m.
Well, I want to deal with the State of the Union in terms of I want to address this and approach this as if we're presidential candidates breaking down what the new year should be like for hip hop.
We definitely have to talk about this State of the Union. We're definitely going to handle those 9 areas of people activity and how they affect us today in hip hop moving forward.
We're going to identify the open enemy, the hidden enemy, and we're going to address it. And then we're going to deal with solutions on how we, the people, can take back this beautiful gift that the ancestors bestowed on us called hip hop.
We only have 100 virtual seats available, fam, so make sure you go to www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp in order to purchase the ticket. Higher Infinite Power Reset, Hip Hop State of the Union 2021, Friday, January 22nd, 2021 at 9 p.m.
This is the Black Dot, author of Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded and the Urban X Podcast. We look forward to seeing you January 22nd.
This is Professor Griff for Serious Minds, RMTV, Serious Minds Institute, and Serious Arms. Peace. All right. So in my conclusion, I'd be shirking my duty if I didn't tell everyone, seriously, stay home. We plan on doing a full work morning, noon, night, a whole 18 hours if we can get it in of work we're going to do in the lab down here in the damn bunker. All right. We're going to eat, of course. We're going to go outside for some fresh air, but nowhere near downtown. All right. These people are going to be out, man. And if you live in Atlanta, 3 miles, 4 miles outside of town, you start to see cows. For real. Horses and, yeah, overalls and shit. Straw hats and looking barrels and marrying your cousin and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So be very mindful, family. All right? Bubbling over you. And again, if the laws were different, then AG, FBI, etc., would be actively rounding them up with charges galore. Yeah, using facial recognition software. All right? And that's a very real dynamic. Family, stay safe. All right? If I could come on tomorrow, I will come on tomorrow. I'm not sure, though. Don't hold me to that. There's some other things I'm planning. I will be at the gun show on Saturday. All right? I will be at the gun range on Sunday. All right? So if y'all need mags, let me know. Yeah, so if y'all want, okay. If y'all need ammo, go see the other dude, Locked and Loaded. Tell him I sent y'all. I go on YouTube and look up Locked and Loaded. Locks and Loaded. All right. Yeah. Any last words, fam? Talk to me. U.S. is a corporation. Got you. Mike Hughes says they were on federal property, which subjected them to federal guidelines, and their asses should have been locked up. Damn, right? Nancy was on there, and they came right when they was doing the count, ironically. All right. Love you all to life, fam. It's Professor Grip. I got to get ready to get at it. I got to get me some rest. For real. All right. You play this one last commercial going out. Peace, fam.
Let's get it.
Greetings. This is Professor Griff, a USCCA certified firearms instructor. We're presently having classes and we're going to discuss stealth, safety, training, education, and legal protection. The surge of gun sales in America are through the roof. They said it was over 6.5 million guns sold over the last few years. Most of them are reactionary gun buyers, feeling that the government, feeling that law enforcement, feeling that those that are responsible for our safety are not taking black people's safety serious. So the surge in gun ownership, not only as a whole, but with black people have surged. I mean, to the tune of 6.5 million gun sales over the last several years. The educational component surrounding firearms and guns should also increase. If that is balanced out, I think we can start educating the masses of people that are owning guns. What percentage of that are women? What percentage of that are black gun owners that are not educated, not trained, and not taking safety, security, storing guns, staging guns serious? This is what we intend to do right here in on Serious Arms. And serious defense, because we have to be serious if we're going to become serious, responsible firearms owners, we have to take the safety, the education, the training, and the legal protection serious. We're going to do that in the classes that we're given. So check out the information below, above, to my left and to my right, or the flyer coming on after this. Get the information, screenshot it, get the number, call, participate, sign yourself up, sign your mate up, sign your children up in the classes so we can begin to talk about safety, training, education, and legal protection. This is Professor Griff. I'll see you guys in class.